machine. Scalping seconds, slicing fast. Ride the wave, don't let it pass. Green and red, they set the tone. Win or lose, I'm in the zone. Trade the dots, connect the line. Profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, sharp and clean. Living life on this money machine. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Risk and thrill, it's all the same. One more trade to up my game. Pivots turn, I'm locked and sure. Cut the losses, keep it pure. Every trend, I see the clues. I'll ride the highs and dodge the blues. Trade the dots, connect the line. Profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, sharp and clean. Living life on this money machine. Eyes locked on the glowing screen. Numbers flash like a fever dream. Charts align like stars in space. Fingers twitch.
Hello guys, hello everybody. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you hear me okay. Sound good, vibe good, visuals good, all good. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you guys are seeing me okay. I got some really cool stuff to show you here. Let me just move this over into Power Hour and let's go to gold. Joe, how are you? Robert Maynard, hello, how are you? Hi guys. How's everybody doing? Good evening, Clay. Good evening, guys. I got something very, very cool to show you. I am on Tradeovate right now because I updated the Trading View setup just in the last hour or so. Have not done this on MetaTrader. And have not done this on wealth charts. It's very, very minor, but it makes like a massively cool difference in terms of picking our positions. All right. So I'll explain this to you in a few minutes. Let everybody come into the room here, kind of crawl in. Do I have any trades right now? Might as well just look at this. I'm going to use this little tool set to help me. I'm going to move this over here. See if we got any trade setups. We had a couple of right here, but I'm going to show you. I think you guys are going to really like this. Just small modification on the dots. And I think there might be one more thing I need to fix as far as alerts. Let me see if the alerts are working. I see. So all the other alerts are gone. Okay, countdown alert. No, these all should be working. Okay, I'll double check. Anyways, good evening, guys. How's everybody doing? Hey, John, how are you? Good to see you guys. How was the day today? I actually had a pretty good day. I didn't do much, but I did bring the account that I'm trading. That was like around 50,002. It's 50,004. It could be a little bit more. This is the funded one. I did fund the. I funded the account for well charts, which is also good. But we're gonna actually focus obviously on the CFDs because tonight, Asia, we're always trading CFDs, gold, US 30, NASDAQ. But we're gonna use our trading view to help us pick the signals, which I think you're gonna really like. So everybody seems to be crawling into the room here. I'm gonna just show you the couple of modifications I made in the dots mode. That first of all, one of the things that wasn't working was a dots label direction. It was defaulted to both, but if you went to long only, like right now, if you go in version 4.0, you go to long only, you still get both. You still get the red dots and the green dots. But if you notice now, if you go long only, you only see the green dots, right? See that? If you want to go short only, this is really cool. Go short only, you're only going to see the red dots, okay? You're only going to see the red dots, okay? So that's one thing I fixed, and it's a minor thing, but it's kind of interesting. But the more interesting thing that I fixed visually, right, is the following. The algo has a rule now that if the current high, this is to the downside on the reds. If the current high is higher than the prior high, right? Higher than the prior high, it's not a red dot, it's a white dot, right? So remember how we want to short lower lows or lower highs and buy higher lows. Like a classic example of this is, you see, this is a red dot, right? Red dot that is now white because it's higher than this red dot. It's comparing itself to the prior red dot. So the reason why that's interesting in our structure is because you could literally look at nothing more than just white dot, red dot, and that in of itself, the very definition of that is lower highs, short the sucker. See that? Look at this. Short the sucker. Now this is counter trend. I'm going counter trend. What if we did this in trend? What if we did this in trend along only? Because we're positive trend here. Same idea. You when you have the white to green, in this case the transition, it's basically we're only trading a sequence of higher lows. So boom, I'm long here, I'm long here, I'm long here, right? Long over here. You can see me basically very easily picking up some very, very easy trades. It just makes it visually a lot easier for us to pluck out the long ideas, right? So hopefully you guys like this. I mean, remember, our structure is very, very simple. One, I'm going to try and do this. One, we need trend. So we have positive trend, right? That's one. Two, we need momentum. Momentum is a green dot, right? And three, we need higher lows. So in this case, we're going white to green. It's it's a trade. Now, if we're gonna have both the red dots and the green dots on the same chart, what happens is just to make it very, very not confusing, the higher red dots turn blue. These guys just turn blue, right? So right now, let me just sort of play you through this whole thing. We're in a NASDAQ formation. We have one, which is positive trend. We certainly don't have two, and we don't have three. To have two, we would need a white dot. Obviously, it'd be a white dot because this prior green dot is very, very high. So this would be a white dot, and then we need a green dot, and that would be a slope. So trend, momentum, slope, go to town, and we'll trade it that way. What this does is it just sort of makes it very, very easy to pluck out the slope combinations and makes it easy to trade them, right? So we're here, if you took this trade 34, obviously that worked. If you took this trade, which is 33 to 41, that worked very, very nicely. This trade over here works. This is a white to, you can cheat here. You have a red dot in between, so maybe you don't want to take this trade, but this definitely works. But certainly this trade works. White to green, boom, works really, really nicely. And it works in conversely. If you want to kind of get aggressive, the blue to red works. The blue to red, I guess 27 to, no, it doesn't really work in this case. This one, it doesn't quite have enough extension. But in this case, no. You have a green dot in between, so you'd have to be a little bit more circumspect. But here, here's a good example. We have a really clean trade. If you were to look the way you guys are looking at right now, what you're seeing, this is the old 4.0 version. You're seeing trend, momentum, slope, right? In the fixed version, you're simply seeing the slope very, very clearly defined because it really shows you a white to green slope, right? Right down there. So the only thing we need to do is make sure this trade stays. 31 seconds left. If this trade is good, if this trade is good, we'll buy it. We'll buy it over here on NASDAQ. We just need to make the stop 20, target 5. Let's look. 12 seconds, so on and so forth. All right, let's see if this plays out. 3, 4, 2, 1, buy. All right, I'm long this. Target is going to be 38. All right, let's see if this plays out. Immediately drops against me, but fair enough. It's still very much a legitimate trade signal. Obviously, Asia choppy, whatever, but it makes it very, very clean and clear for us to trade. I think what was it? My target is 38. We're at 32, so kind of dropped right on the purchase here, but that's fine. Here's our MetaTrader execution of it. And by the way, I'm going to try and do the same thing in MetaTrader where I'll show the white green sequence, and the white red sequence if you want to see it that way, because it'll be seen. Oh, we're almost there. Come on, hit me. Look at that, just missed target. 38.36 is our target. Just kind of popped. 38.36. We need to see 40 on the offer. 38.11. There we go. And we're done. So nice and clean. See? And this was the visualization that we worked off. What do you guys think? Up, down. This is obviously experimental. I won't release it unless I'll show it to everybody else tomorrow. See if you guys like it. But like the white dots. I'm starting to poll, so you guys let me know. I mean, I like it for myself, but it's easier for me to trade. But if you guys find it difficult, definitely don't need to add it. But if you guys like it, I'll poll everybody tomorrow too. And if it's good, we'll integrate it into the trade. Definitely helps me. Let's see what else going on. So US 30 probably also had the same. No, well, US 30 had this move here. So this is interesting. US 30 now has a white. Do we have are we going to get a? Will US 30 give me a signal here? And if it does, I'll go long US 30 also. Because honestly, I could have taken the US 30 signal here, but it's 58, but it would have never TP'd. So let's see if maybe this gives me a signal here. And then also let's see what gold is doing. Gold is positive bid. This is really interesting. So gold is positive bid, right? And now it's a couple of negative candles in positive trend. And this may give us, a signal in a little bit. Or, and this is the beauty of it, I have no compunction trading against trend if I have a blue-red. Blue-red tells me that it's lower lows, in a conscious trend way. So I'm perfectly happy to trade it that way as well. No, I'm not waiting for the three red dots. That's a separate idea that I showed you guys in coaching. That's not an idea that I'm doing in public trading. Okay, look at that. Let's see. Let's just play around. Let's see if this gives me a dot. So it gives me a dot. Let's sell gold. Where's gold? Sell. Oops, I got to modify gold. By the way, all you guys looking at this, how many of you are new here, have never seen these tools that I'm using? You see this MetaTrader tool? Both the indicator itself, which is the exact same indicator that you guys are looking at on the charts here in TradingView, but more importantly, the execution tool, are all customized trading tools available to you. All you got to do is open an account with my friends at ACAP. I'm going to just QR this code here if you guys are watching it. And I'll actually put a link over here. I've had a few people kind of reach out to me and ask me, how do I deposit money to, how do I activate the tools? Just once you've opened an account with ACAP, you just email me. Give me your account number. We'll verify it, and then I'll send you the tools. I'll send you the tools via zip. And you get them all at once. All right, so I'm kind of trying trading gold. Maybe that's not going to be such a good idea, but it doesn't matter. It actually, what was interesting? What was that? 24? Huh? Wow. I think it's a matter. I just couldn't make the spread here on gold. That was the thing. It went down, but not enough for to meet spread. Doesn't matter. I'm trading very small with you guys today, so if this doesn't work, we'll just find the next signal that we have. We'll reverse it. So this is gold. This is US 30. Oh, US 30 actually has a signal here, which wow, really choppy ass signal. But you know what? It's a legit signal. I'm going to take it. It's a small size. I'm going to buy this US 30. Yeah, again, watch how I can modify my stops and targets really, really fast like this with no problems. If US 30 doesn't work, like I bought this at a huge discount to where I should have been able to buy it. So hopefully it will work. But if it doesn't work, if gold doesn't work, we're just going to get larger on the size. I'm trading very small size with you guys to show you basically how to consistently. We're going to try to make 50 to 100 bucks today, pretty much with consistency, whether these trades work or not, just by trading all the signals that come our way. The other interesting thing here is I forgot that in CFDs we can trade both ways. So in this particular case, gold is both a buy signal because we have a white green, and a sell signal because we have a blue red, meaning that you have negative slope here on gold. So if this stays like this, I will get short gold, and we'll trade them. We'll trade them from both sides. I will trade short US 30. Gold looks like I think I'm going to get stopped out. Where's my gold? Yeah, gold is actually giving me a buy signal here if this green dot stays in place. 21 seconds left, which gives me the opportunity to trade gold over here in this lot over here. The other way. So we have like 7 seconds left. Let's see if it holds. Does not hold. No signal here. See? No signal, no green dot, no trade. What about US 30? US 30 is a sell. Perfect. So we're going to go US 30. Sell this. Okay, and that's going to be a 40-10. The great thing about CFDs, of course, we can do both sides of the market. If everything works, both trades work. If one side is guaranteed to work, and if the other side doesn't work, we just get larger on size on the other side, try to resolve it when we can. Hey, Mercy, welcome. Coke Bass, welcome. Where are you guys from? Oh, Cake Bass, sorry. Cake Bass. Cake Boss. Man, sorry about that. I butchered your name completely. So, opening gambit here. These are basically $10 trades against a $100,000 account. If the signals miss because obviously it's Asia, it's choppy, all those things, we wait very patiently for the next set of buy and sell signals, trade larger, and recoup our losses and get the P&L. It's a very, very clean way for us to make $100, a couple $100 without really stressing the account in any way, shape, or form. If we were really, really focused, we'd only trade trend. But Asia, I think, is a two-way trade, so we're perfectly happy trading it both ways. So in this case, just to show you what we're doing, come on over here. I'm actually long this trade, and same thing the other way, short this trade. It's kind of crazy, I know, but I have, because it's choppy markets, I literally have a signal to the short side and a signal to the long side. The short signal is lower lows on the reds, right, starting from over here. The long signal is lower highs, and this is lower lows on the other side. So momentum is kind of showing me moves here, but gold looks like it's going to go the other way for us. Now it's $1.20 on the clock. This might be a positive signal for us. We have a white, green, which is higher slope, positive momentum, positive trend, and obviously positive momentum. So we might go. Yeah, we got stopped on that short gold, and now we can go long the other way. And actually, we're going to go the other way to this size. once the candle closes. We got 41 seconds. As you can see, all of the functionality is the same on MT5 or MT4, but in this case, it's obviously MT5, as it is on TradingView. So we don't even have to move off the platform here. But gold giving us a nice positive signal here. As long as this green dot holds, we're gonna get long this thing. 17, 16 seconds left. Can you use the tools with mobile only? On TradingView, yes, but not these. These are MetaTrader does not have a mobile tools functionality. Okay, long, right? Long the gold. So long gold targeting 1 point. What's our target? It's going to be 30.70. 30.70 on gold, which is probably going to be like 30.90 on the offer. If we get to 30.90 on the offer, that's where gold will be. This was the trade. So now we're long gold here and looking to get to 30.70 on gold. See if it trades out. And US 30 is just stuck in no man's land. Neither side is kind of decided. Where is NASDAQ? NASDAQ also just not in either situation. Ooh, NASDAQ drops hard. Does that make something must have gotten done? US 30 must have gotten done. Yeah, US 30 gets done on the sell side. Okay, cool. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, US 30 just got done. So we're working the gold trade. And actually, I got very lucky. I made a mistake on this buy side. Instead of making 0.10, it's 0.1. So it's going to be a minuscule loss. So we'll just probably leave this alone. Won't even have to bother trying to resolve it. NASDAQ, I'm going to be a seller here. Let's go back to NASDAQ. And we're going to sell it. And I'm selling NASDAQ because you have 2 consecutive reds here to the downside. And I'm just looking for 5 points. My target on NASDAQ is 1845. And we'll see if NASDAQ does us right. Although, honestly, I was just looking at this. I didn't realize that this isn't a great trade, but it's not a horrible one. The reason why it's not a great trade is because there's actually a buy signal in between these 2 reds telling you that, selling is very, very spiky. Yeah, there's no trend. Florida, I just came back from Boca, Cake Boss. I was just in Boca yesterday. So gold, frankly, is a little frustrating because this is as clean a trade as we like to see, which is positive trend, positive momentum, positive slope, but it's just not extending to where we needed to go. We needed to extend like somewhere around here, around 31s, and it just can't seem to find a bid. We'll just stay patient with the trades. Doesn't matter. We're trading tiny. Even if this trade doesn't work, we have ample room to repair it. But it's just a testament to how choppy everything is so far. What is it? It's 8:15. We should pick up a little bit of momentum here and try to get a little bit of flow. US 30 finally turned truly negative, like negative trend, right? Blue below this, but now it's turning itself back the other way. Nasdaq also. Nasdaq is positive. Nasdaq is positive trend, positive momentum, but not positive slope. I need to see a green dot to make it. If you guys want to see this a little bit cleaner, let me get rid of the counter trend trades. Let me just show you trend trades, because I think for a new eye, this could all be very, very confusing. So let me just sort of show. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong side. This is long only. I need to be long only. Long only. So positive, just positive, positive trend trades. Matter of fact, maybe I'll just kind of keep it up. Just keep trying to make positive trend trades, because I'm on both sides of the market, and it's probably confusing a lot of new people. Okay, positive trend trade. 42 seconds left. Oh, I think gold got done while I was yapping. Let's look at this. See, remember I was saying to you that gold is just why is the gold not working? So here's the minus 40 against plus 50 on gold, and that's where we get positive on the moves. See that? Very, very nice. All right, so now we just I don't know what we're doing here. Oh, we short Nasdaq on a bullshit trade, but what we really want to be looking at is Nasdaq on this trade. 4 points want to go long Nasdaq, long Nasdaq, long Nasdaq, long Nasdaq. Hold on a second. Let me get long here. Long and strong. I want to get long and strong. 0.3. Buy. Okay, I'm long Nasdaq. Stop is 20. Target is 5. This is just a pure clean trend trade, which is what I really I think I'm going to just do with you guys, because I don't want to be on both sides of the market. It gets very, very sloppy and confusing. So this is a clean, straight up trade. White to green, positive slope. I need to see, my target here is going to be what? 43 on my target. Everybody following me? Everybody sees what I'm doing? So I'm looking to see if I can do 43 on NASDAQ here on a positive trend up. One is, I wonder if I can copy this. This is 2. Oh, sorry. Great. So 3 is this, 2 is this, momentum, and 1 is this, trend, right? Positive trend, positive momentum, positive slope, white to green, higher slope. I should do this with US 30 too. Let's do US 30. Let's get long US 30. Where's US 30? Reset. Buy. So the US 30 target is going to be 61 basically. 61. The US 30 is obviously not the cleanest trade, because it's not so. It looks like it wants to lose the trend here and come down. So it's typical Asia session. John says he picked up 310. Is it $310 on the NQ buy? Nice. Yeah, markets are just choppy. All my clean trades, 1, 2, 3, are dying. The only one that worked that was classically working today was gold. That's fine. No biggie. Instead of I'm going to show you what's the proper way of doing this, guys. Instead of just kind of pressing the short trades, I'm going to wait patiently. If this thing just consolidates, goes back long, we're good. We're gonna win all these trades. If this thing truly turns negative, we're gonna wait until we get a genuine 1, 2, 3 negative sell signal and just get into that position, so that I don't yank you guys around too much. I can yank myself around because I know how to move the size around, but I don't want to do this without a clean methodology. So for now, I'm basically showing you positive dots, even though this is kind of like a negative trend, just to give myself a minute or two. If this stays for another 2 more minutes, negative trend, we'll switch to negative dots and start looking for those positions. Same story with NASDAQ. NASDAQ is still remaining positive, but clearly going towards a negative situation. And this is perfectly normal for Asia. Asia trade sometimes has, like, gold by far. Gold is always the one we love to trade, because gold by far has the cleanest continuity trends. This is the kind of a money pattern that always works with our strategies. Indices will just chop around very often in really, really listless trade, and you just have to patiently bear it out until it finally catches a really good trend, and then you're able to recover and TP all your trades if you're trading small. Gold is now really clearly negative trend, so we're going to go short only and see what signals we have on the short side. And we actually we have a legitimate sell signal on US 30, which I got to go with. Okay, I'm going to go sell, and I'm short US. Least. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Wait, what? Why is this? What's going on? Why do I have 2 things? Oh, I'm actually short and long US 30 from all these. I was like, how come this isn't is working? Okay, I'm actually long and short from these things from forever. I'm still nursing these shorts and longs from a long time ago, which are not really good shorts or longs. So, because I was on both sides of the market. Let me open up a fresh chart. Put the flash trader on here. Show you how we could trade this, and just add to my short. Then modify it like this, 40-10. Let's see if we can make the trade. So now I'm kind of double short this thing, or maybe I'm double long. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I completely lost track of where I'm at, but I should be short. I'm short this because it's negative trend and negative momentum on US 30. So legit trade. NASDAQ is still positive trend, so we're not going to take any trades that are short until it goes negative trend. Yeah, John says NASDAQ is developing a classic kind of, which is something like this. Like this. This is a pennant formation. Like that. And depending on how it breaks the side, it tends to have if it goes up, it's generally going to be an up development. If it comes back down, it comes down. But frankly, it's just there's not much really going on here, and we just have to patiently wait until the market decides which direction we want to go. It's not New Life. It's a private indicator. You won't find it on TradingView. It's only available to our members. If you're interested in membership and you want to get it, there's two ways to get it. You can get it for free by just literally opening an account with ACAP. But if you're a U.S. customer, you can't, and then you have to join us. And let me send you the link for joining us. Okay. Here's the link. You can click that link. You can join us. You get the indicator. What's a TF? A time frame. Sorry, what doesn't work on small time frame? The scalping. The scalping works great. Sweetheart, I don't know what you're referring to. Yeah, but what doesn't work? Oh, penance. Oh, penance. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't trade patterns because patterns are like a 50-50 thing. Yes. So they come. Yes, they're private indicators. They're only available to our community, and yeah, they come in a package. So if you're interested, just click that link. You'll get a huge amount of benefits, not just this indicator, but other indicators, everything else for you. So if you're interested, definitely come trade with us on this. All right, what's US 30 doing with itself? Am I negative? I just want to be sure that I'm negative US 30. Yeah, US 30, I'm on the sell side. Okay, just nothing going on, guys. Super quiet. But we are the proper trade here. So sort of the classic proper trade, right, is this negative trend, negative momentum, boom. We're shorting this thing down. I think the safest thing to assume about Asia is it's just range, right? And it's just going to explore how high, how low it's going to, tap the range at this point. Just to show you guys sort of like what's Asia like and how it goes. If you look at yesterday's trade, let me just show you here. So this is Asia, right? And this is kind of like us around right now, 830. And then you kind of just, here it exploded for about 100 points on the US 30. And you just have to, wait the grind, and then you're going to get some really nice moves. Then it kind of consolidates and it gets a little bit more pushes over here. So, by the way, of course, obviously, once you switch over, you'd have to go long only on this one, right? And you can see that, on the long only trades here, if you got long here, what was it, 93? That's 93. Yeah, it's 93. So 03, that definitely made target. This over here, 82, went a little bit against you, maybe 10 points against you, but that also 92 makes target, right? From here, this one kind of dies out. This one does not work. This is by like 03 o'clock, 86, 76, kind of just resolves right here barely. So it's not like, even in this trade, it's not like there was a huge amount of opportunity here, but there was some. Let's move this over here. Oh, sorry. We're on the short side here. What's gold doing? Oh, gold. I want to see the gold long side. Sorry, gold is just on the long side. The only problem with like switching around is it's kind of hard to see. Okay, so gold is in the stage 2 of our format here. We have a white dot. If the next candle gives us a green dot, it gives us gold. By far is the instrument that we probably should just trade indices at 1/10 the size and gold at like 5/10 size, because gold by far is the only trending instrument during Asia with clarity, and usually it's always an upward trend. So here's gold. If it gives us a green dot, definitely gives us a possible setup of how we could trade. We have a $1.36 on the clock, so it's still a long time here. Nothing going on here. You know, you obviously have to know what's LFG. What's LFG? I like your bull. That's a nice symbol there. Oh, long for gold. Long for gold. Is that what that stands for? LFG. US 30 is a 10 target 40 stop on US 30. But you know, you have to trade it small because it could chop you out for two or three trades before it kind of finds a bid. You know, like for those of you guys, there's a lot of you guys probably in Europe or Asia, and I just realized that we never trade Europe because I can't do Europe at this point. But I'm curious to see how the German is acting on all of this patterns. Like for example, here's German. Obviously, this is in negative territory, so it'd be short only. Let me see how the signals would be, because I had a long conversation with somebody today where I think the German is just one of those underappreciated trades. So German is the same structure as NASDAQ, which is 520, and which you already, in this particular sequence, you'd be looking for white, red, higher, lower. So boom, this is a winner, white, red, this is a winner, white, red, you're in at 88, 81. Yeah, you probably made spread, but it doesn't matter. You would have still worked over here. So like you see how German really exhibits any instrument that exhibits good continuity gives us really good looking winning trades almost all the time. So kind of interesting. Let me see what gold is doing. Sorry, let me come back to gold. Nope, gold has no signal, so no. Oh, sorry, gold's got to be long. I'm on the wrong side. This is the only problem. I think I'm going to just stay on both, just to stop moving myself around. I'm just going to stay on both, but ignore any of the short signals when I'm up. I think that's the easiest thing to do instead of me switching around. It kind of will drive you crazy. But you see how gold with German, which had like the whole idea is any instrument that has a 2 or 3 hour movement within any kind of a trend slice is going to give us multiple really high accurate signals. Virtually in all this, all the situations here. Even on the close here, it had some good signals here. Over here. Still waiting for that green dot out of gold. And NASDAQ has a NASDAQ resolve for us at all? Looks like NASDAQ resolve. No, sorry. The buy component of resolved. Sorry, let me rephrase myself. The sell of US 30. US 30, remember I told you US 30 gave us a clean sell signal? That worked. So that totally worked. I'm going to just, you know what? I'm going to reset this. I'm going to clean up. Here's the cool part. Watch this. Close all, clean this up. Boom. Start fresh. Just to give you some good, clean last sequence, last half hour of fresh signals, if I get them. Try to do them in size here. All right, gold kind of dying out over here, not really having a lot of continuity. We'll just be patient with that signal. US 30 is a clear negative signal, but we already made money on the short side. NASDAQ is just starting to turn negative. So we're going to watch and see what it can give us as a signal. NASDAQ basically had this big, Asia spike, and it unwound the whole thing. Very little continuity trade here after that. Bessent might be the new Fed chair. Makes perfect sense. Let's see what we have on the headlines. So tariffs stay in place. Maybe that was the possible drag. And here's gold starting to try to give us a signal. But look, it's you see how cool this is. This is let me make sure that I'm on both sides. Yeah, I'm on both sides. You see this dot? It's not even though this is a huge candle. It's not a higher low. It's not a higher low. So it's not giving us the buy signal. If this thing stays a buy, the next candle will give it to us. We'll just stay very patient on this. Meantime, US 30 is negative. So let's sell a little bit of US 30. Sell this. Because, more red dots, more negative movement on US 30. Actually, this is really kind of working. Really? Why is this? It looks so much bigger on. What do we sell this? 22? Well, I must have sold it in big spread. How did I sell it 17? Wow. I just got a very bad fill. I should have sold it like at 7. I must have sold it really at the low here. All right, 325, 340. Let's see if we can make a little hay here on US 30. 47 seconds left on gold. Legit trade. Let's see if this holds. $34 seconds. NASDAQ is negative, and NASDAQ is a negative sell for us. We're going to wait for this candle to see if it can trade. Nope, on NASDAQ, where's gold? Gold does not give us a signal. Let me see. Let's make sure. Nope, no signal on gold. Gold dies out right at this move. So, see, keeps us out of a bad trade. What about NASDAQ? Nope, NASDAQ also doesn't give us a signal. So we'll stay patient. So yeah, this is keeping us from pulling a trigger a little too early. Wait, what's going on here? Just patiently waiting to see what's popping up. Nothing much is popping up. Gold seems to be like one step forward, two steps backwards. So we are not triggering off that look. Gold, the US 30 is not coming back. Okay, so one really cool thing about this is we can trade counter trend if we want to. I mean, if this thing stays, it's still a minute left, but you can see that US 30 kind of giving us a counter trend signal slope. This one is just went away. If the green was holding, it would have given us a signal, but it's very choppy. There's very, very little directionality here either way. Although the only thing that seems legitimately in a genuine trend slice, meaning that we've been in this trend for 9:48, a whole hour, is gold. And the only true trade in gold was actually only just one. Honestly, it was this white to red. This was the one trade that we did. Everything else here was just super, super choppy. It just kept us out of it. Oh, that's interesting. Evgeny is sharing a really interesting idea. He's saying he found a nice way to hold trades, just trail stops with two consecutive opposite dots. Keeps me still holding second part of gold trade. So like you take like one part out, and then so you're long. So like for example, would you imagine you're long gold? Now you're going to get two red dots. These are two red dots. You would get out if this red dot stayed. Basically, is that the story? Is that what you would do? Here's US 30 coming down. Here's NASDAQ. See, that NASDAQ trade would have been a sucker trade. That's an interesting idea, Evgeny. Like for more positional trades, makes a lot of sense. It's easier to see what he's doing if you go to the old-fashioned thing. So basically, let's imagine he's short here, right? He just takes a short here, and he holds. He makes first profit there. He holds maybe at his entry position, and he doesn't get out until he gets two green dots, which would be a signal to him that the trend is turning. Put a stop under the second dot. Oh, you're like long here, and so you'd be long just for argument's sake, or like let's say you'd be short here with a stop on here. That's your stop. That's what you meant. Now you don't like, and then you hold the position until you get two green dots. Is that the idea? It's kind of interesting. Getting close on this. God, man, this Dow trade, US 30 trade is like pulling teeth. What's my target is 7. This thing is trading 11, 13. Really, really not moving a lot. How's gold doing? Gold doing nothing. Very choppy on gold. NASDAQ, if we get a red dot, that would be a good trend trade. Trend, momentum, slope, because blue-red means that there is negative slope. White-green means positive slope. Blue-red means negative slope. But obviously, trend is the operative word here. See, like this was our trade. White, green, trend, boom. Here, we're just getting too many reds in between, not letting us have any signals here. So the cleanest idea that we have, if we get it, would be a red dot in NASDAQ here that we would like to short. I don't use DOM, no. Dot Capital, I don't use DOM. Because, it just adds to the complexity. There's very, very little. Just because there's 300 on the offer, 200 on the bid means nothing. Everybody else can see it, so there's not a lot of unique value. When you're trading what I trade, it's very, very simple. It's physics. It's momentum. It's continuity. It doesn't have to be complicated. So here we go. We got minute 2, red dot. All 3 things align for us if this stays, which is trend, momentum, slope. Take profit is 749. We're like at 10. God, man, this is like pulling teeth. Holy cow. All right, 23 seconds left. We're going to watch this very carefully. Let me just get myself organized on NASDAQ. Reset. Get a little bit larger here. 3. How much time do I have? 7. So this dot's staying in place. We don't even need to go back here. The dot is staying in place. 1, sell. All right, we're short NASDAQ. Let's see if this does us any good. The idea here basically is that we established a modicum of trend, a modicum of momentum. We're not looking for much. What's my target on NASDAQ? It's 93 or 94, basically 93.84. So 94. Let's see if we can get down to 94 on this. That's the US 30. Here's a cool thing I can show you. Watch this. I can just change it to 9 and we'll instantaneously, if it comes down to 9, TP me at 9. And it does right then and there. Boom. See how fast that was? That's one of the great advantages of having these great MetaTrader tools that really, really work. Now we're going to go to NASDAQ. NASDAQ is almost at my target. It was 93.84. It just came back down again. We'll see. We'll see what it wants to do. Yeah. It went through the spread, but didn't quite make it. But that's fine. We'll give it a little bit more time. We'll see if it wants to go down. I had a big, just only this loss. I should have wiped out this loss on US 30. So not a really clean night for me, but still with all the going back and forth and stuff like that, I'm not down. And trust me, half an hour after we stop trading, if there's any kind of movement, just a little bit bigger size, I'll be totally positive. I'll come back to you tomorrow and I'll show you. This is, I was playing around with the new version of the indicator, trying to get comfortable. I always experiment with you guys. So not everything was perfect, but taking the really clean trades, the true trades that make sense. In this particular case, the blue-red is momentum. Sell 14, hit that target on the Dow. On NASDAQ, this trade, 98, just missed my target. And that's just that's a function of spread. And we're always fighting spread when we're trading CFDs. CFDs have great advantages and some disadvantages. The advantages is that you can trade them as small, as large as you want to, and you pay no commission. But you were always fighting spread. So spread sometimes can be, a matter of life and death. But the beauty is that when we're trading small, we'll always find a reversal trade that works for us and capitalize on that. As long as we trade the clean trades, the good signal trades, strategy is really, really solid. I'm going to come back tomorrow with you guys and trade trend only. Just trade the 1, 2, 3 setup, trend, momentum, slope, and just take only those type of trades with you guys, which would be like blue, red, white, green in these things to make it really, really simple. And then we have no problems. Obviously blue red in a downtrend. You could take a blue red, but this would be a counter trend trade in gold. Doing that will usually keep us very much on the right side of the trade. All right, guys, I gotta run. I hope you guys really kind of like this. As far as the new version, I'm gonna play around with it tomorrow with you guys a little bit more. We're gonna keep this experimental for at least a week. We're not even gonna show this to anybody. Maybe we'll show it in the future, but we're not gonna release it to anybody for a while because I just want to make sure that all the kinks are worked out of it. But I do like I like the idea of the shortcut. I like the idea of the slope being a visualization idea. It keeps us really. It makes it easier. Sort of like once you read the pattern cleanly, it makes it kind of easier to see that slope. Nasdaq's still kind of floating around here. May hit my target, and if it does, that's going to put me positive for the day. And tomorrow we're going to come back. We'll trade with a vengeance. Everybody have a great day. I'll see everybody tomorrow. We'll be trading futures in the morning, and I'll see you guys, of course, for the CFD tomorrow night. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.